Today I wanted to do an unboxing of the new Coros Apex 2 Pro watch, take you through some of the highlights of this watch, why I'm actually going to be switching to it for the next little while, and just let you know all around what this watch is all about. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and unbox this so you guys can see exactly what's going to happen when you're unboxing your own watch. And then I will take you through some of the setup of the watch and the highlights of what I particularly love about the watch and what you guys should know as well. So starting off on the side here, I do like to have these little pull tabs. Just pop this open and slide the box open. The lid here, you're going to get some instructions and some sponsored materials, lots of QR codes, nice sticker, a couple stickers, and a quick start guide. Now, throughout the summer, I was testing a loaner Coros watch, so I'm not going to go too far into the quick start guide, but that's the one that you would be looking for when you're unboxing this piece. So now looking in here, we see the watch itself. Pull that out, this pretty gray color with a nice screen protector. And another adhesive. All right, so there's the watch. What else is in the box before I put that on? Let's just check. Down here in the bottom, I do have a charging cable. I'm also going to talk at the end of this video about one accessory, the keychain watch charger. I snagged one of these as well, so I'll take you through what that is at the end of this video. And that's it. Box is empty. Basically, we've just got the watch and a charging cable. So set these aside. All right, I'm going to do the ceremony of retiring this old watch that I've had. I really have loved this watch. This is the Garmin Instinct, but I am making way for the flashy, shiny Coros watch. So interesting thing about this watch, just to note as well, you can actually run these buttons. It's got a dial and two buttons on it. You can run it on either side of your wrist. So if you want it on this side or on this side, you just tell the watch what side you want, and then you can program that in. And that's really handy because this dial right here, while it's super easy to navigate, it can be a little bit easy to bump when your wrist is moving all the way back. So through testing, I kind of put it all over there. But you're going to see there's a nice nylon band. You can get a silicone band as well if that's what you prefer. I tested the silicone one, really liked it. So we'll see if I like this nylon one. You'll notice here as well, it's got this nice heart rate monitor, and around the edges, this is a titanium bezel. So really lightweight, very durable components on this, and then they've got this next gen, what they call a next gen heart rate monitor, and I found it to be very accurate as well. So overall, the watch is light, but it is a little bit heavier than what I've been wearing, but that comes at the benefit of battery life. So this watch has 75 hours of active tracking, whereas on my previous watch, even with the solar feature on it, typically I'd have to recharge that at the end of every day. And so I was really getting probably 15, but not quite 20 hours of continuous use. Whereas this watch right here, I charged it one time in a 5-day hike, and I didn't necessarily have to. One of our team members was able to get all the way through the hike without ever charging this. So almost 5 full days of tracking on one charge, which is really, really impressive. Obviously, we were using loaner watches, so it'll be interesting to see this in the field as a brand new watch. But overall, a really good looking watch here, nice, comfortable strap, and that's everything that's in the box. So I'm going to go ahead and set this up on my phone, and I'll talk through some of the additional benefits of the watch and things that I like about the watch. So I'm going to go ahead and kick this on, and then I'll pull out my phone and set this up with the app. So interestingly enough, it just asks me what language and then tells me to pull out my Coros app and scan it. Now I'm hoping that because I've already set up a Coros app in the past, that it's very, very seamless for me to do this and just scan this and connect this straight into my app. All right, so logged into my Coros app here. I'm going to go ahead and hit this top right and scan, and we're going to get paired up. Maybe. There we go. Set up. All right, so set up. I'm going to put this on my left wrist, and I'm going to put the dials on the left side of my left wrist. And you'll see here, hopefully that's bright enough for the camera, it's going to reverse my screen like so. And I'm just going to click through some of these notifications and things quickly, and I'll come back and set those up. So you can manage everything that you really want to hit this watch, different types of notifications, etc. I'm going to skip a firmware update, and then it says restore user settings. I'm going to confirm that, which I was really hoping that it would do, so I'm really happy about that because I had already set up a watch prior to this, and now I can just migrate that straight onto the next watch. So super useful, very usable interface here. And the app itself is really helpful. There's a lot of training guidelines in there. There's a lot of historical data in there. I'm yet to do this for myself, but if you have a Garmin watch, you can pull all that data into this dashboard so that you can retain all of the information that you've had in the past. So let's talk about some of the highlights of this watch. I'm actually just going to grab the box back here again and explain some of the things that they think are the highlights that I would also second. So number one, they connect with 5 different satellite systems. This is one of my biggest reasons that I'm excited about this watch. Occasionally with my previous watch, there'd be times where I feel like it was losing satellite connectivity. And I think that the ability for it to connect into 5 different systems keeps this watch very much synced at all times, and hopefully will give me more accurate all the time data. So it's just more linked into the GPS itself. I already touched on the battery life, exceptional battery life, just kind of off the charts. When you're talking about 75 hours of active tracking, it's kind of in a category of its own. The heart rate monitor itself, this is a 1.3-inch display. It is a colored display as well, and it is also a touch screen. Now, it's not a super interactive touch screen. It's not like an Apple Watch where you can really browse around and even text and things off of this, but it does give you some ability to swipe around. Typically, I've been using that during activity itself. You can swipe from screen to screen really, really quickly and easily, which has been super, super helpful. And then other than that, it's really all about the integrations and the software itself. This is going to integrate with things like Strava. It's going to have its own app where you can dial in things, you can plan workouts, you can get all of the historical data. And what I really love about watches like this is because they have such long battery life, you can sleep with the watch, you can get sleep data, they can give you things like sleep score. And that's just really helpful for you as an athlete or someone who's getting out a lot to be able to know where you're at and just plan accordingly. So overall, it's a phenomenal watch. And if I was just to add my 2 cents of what I'm really excited for with the watch, what made me switch, I do like that I didn't have to give up battery life to get a more beautiful display, and just the battery life in and of itself, the aesthetics. It's something I'm just kind of, it's newer and I'm excited about it. And that all comes at a very reasonable price. And if you were to compare this price point to other watches in its category, I feel like it's between a 30 and 40% discount down from those, but that doesn't come at a cost of materials. To me, that just maybe comes at a cost of a newer brand cutting into the industry that is really fully focused on Coros, running watches and GPS watches specifically. So it's a really good bargain for what you're getting in the watch. All right, so I wanted to take a quick second to browse around this watch. On the side of this watch, you do have this really nice dial, which makes it really quick and convenient to scroll through different aspects. And then if I actually press in that side, it gives me the ability to find sports, whether that's run, trail run, running on the track, hiking, biking. You know, there's a bunch of them. You can select which ones you want to put in here. You've even got training plan in here, so you can see what you maybe have for plans there. Now, if I hold this bottom button and pull up this menu here, we've got different things such as compass, notifications. You can find your phone. You've got a Wi-Fi sync, so this does sync directly to Wi-Fi, which has some benefits of speed and pulling information into the watch. You've got a camera control, so if you've got your camera set up on a tripod, you can run that. Now, this is a big one for some people that don't like to run with their phones. You can run music. You can load music onto the watch and then pair your headphones directly to the watch so that you can navigate all of that and leave your phone behind when you head out on a run or a hike. You've got different watch faces. Now, that is one of my favorite things with this. So we've got an alarm, a timer. You've got you can check on your satellites. You can check on mapping. But I want to talk about two things. I want to talk about where I really feel like this watch can stand out. Number one, you can jump into mapping, and I can actually scroll around. I can zoom in and out on this map. It's a really nice interface for the map, which is an upgrade over the display that I was previously using on the Garmin Instinct 2 Solar. Just a really nice, and then because it's touchscreen, I can also move around on that map. So the mapping side of things, I think, is a big upgrade. It's a really nice feature, and it is a colored display. The other thing, once I exit out of that, that I wanted to touch on was the watch faces. You have the ability to customize the face of this watch as much as you want. You could swap it every week if you wanted. You could get fun faces on there, colorful faces on there. But when you're doing your sports, and I may show this on my phone, but I'll try to show it on the watch first. When I go to do a sport, if I hit start on here, I can customize everything that's on this screen. So I can have as little or as much data on there as I want. So right now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 8 points of contact or data points that are showing on one single screen. So I've got pace, I've got average pace, I've got distance, I've got lap distance, I've got lap pace, I've got heart rate, I've got elevation gain, and I've got time, which are all running on this watch. And then I can hit scroll, like, I don't know if you just saw that, but I can literally just scroll, and then I can get the other thing. So I set this up so that my next screen is all about elevation gain and loss, total elevation that I'm at, and then things like my battery life and some of those things. So it's a really, really impressive system to allow you to show as much or as little data as you want. You set that up on your phone and it pings it straight into the watch, which is super handy because it's not always fun to be playing around and sorting through settings on the watch. You really just get the app out, set your entire watch up, and sync it, and everything is straight into your watch and you're ready to go. A couple other things that I did want to note though with the watch before I move on is the accessories. They have some really neat accessories that you should look at. They have a armband wrist or heart rate monitor that's exceptionally accurate, so you don't have to wear a chest band. They also have an attachment that attaches to your shoes that can give you additional data. So they continue to innovate with accessories that pair with it. I also picked up this piece right here. This is the keychain watch charger. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this open and see what this is. See if this is a piece that you would like to pick up with your watch as well. Not sure exactly how to open this. This is the first time. So, okay, that just pops open like that. And then I've got a UPS. I've got a, what even is
USB.
This? I have a USB port on this end, so I can plug that in, and then that's going to go right to your watch. So definitely a really handy and magnetic piece, so I could latch that onto a pair of keys if I wanted to. And then it's got this cover that's going to slide in and lock in. So that is locking now. They also did send it with this piece right here. And this is going to just give you another way to attach to attach this, right? So you've got a loop through right here, pass through. So if you wanted to attach that to your keys in a little bit more solid way, this is quite solid, but if you wanted another way, you could go ahead and do that. So, all right, so there you have it. This is the new Coros Apex 2 Pro watch. It's a phenomenal watch at a phenomenal value. So you can check that out at outdoorvitals.com, as well as where you can pick up the accessories shown here or other wristbands if you want to swap this out. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully this is helpful in your choice of your future GPS watch.